and Pantheon spears, you can actually get a lot of long-range poke damage in those trades if you can hit your skill shots.
You absolutely can. I do like the Braum last pick there from Shopify Rebellion, though, since Lyon has so much. It comes out a little bit on top with that move, which I like to see.
And also, when we go back to considering contracts and the play that he made bottom, trying to force summoner spells from bottom.
That he wants to be here.
Especially with the lane swap stuff that we were talking about. Hold on. Let's see what this play turns into first, because Audieland could be in some trouble. But Lions is going to show up. Is he too late? Audie going in after the Corki. They're going to lock up B-Boy instead. Burst him down. A little bit more damage from Pantheon. Gets it done. Audieland getting himself away at the same time. Palafox walks up with a...
Put it out to be relatively safe. Contracts has flash if they go in, but they set up a trap.
Immediately they jump in with Audie and Saint together, and they just blast Fudge out of the bottom lane. Now Contracts needs to finish up this Drake and get out of the river.
Throughout the game, where he'll be at like 4 or 5k health by the end of the game.
It's so difficult to deal with because the base values in the champion are also very high, but now Contracts needs to be careful. He and Zazel exiting stage right while Palafox is in danger. Audieland starting it off here with the ulti onto the Victor, but not a whole ton of damage here just yet. Ezreal ulti flies through from the other side of the map, and Palafox is already down. Saint's the one doing the shooting as Fudge tries to back up his team, but a grand Starfall brings Lions into the mix and brings Zazel straight down into the ground. Double kill for Saint.
With Lions this game. I mean, this guy isn't even with the team. Like, he's playing remote. So he's playing with some latency.
But Contracts on the Sejuani hasn't really been able to make anything happen for his team besides, what, one flash for Licorice up there in the top lane? Meanwhile, back in mid now, Audie could be in some trouble, down to half HP, having to fall back. Sejuani ulti only hits Saint, and he's not really too sad about it. Contracts now down to 1/3 HP as the Herald claims the tier 1 turret back. 3,000 gold lead.
Yeah.
Every single lead in the game belongs to Lion.
If it keeps going this way, it will feel a lot like a stop. But these are the games that teleport down, and you can see Vi and Ezreal approaching from the jungle as well. I feel like Shopify is going to be in a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah, they're not exactly doing this super fast. You're seeing the teleports start to come in. Palafox making his way down into the fight. Licorice has already gone all out. Lions and Henna are both nearby. Otacon's still got 7,000 HP. Okay. It's not like he's bleeding out on the floor. Audieland and Saint coming around from the flank as well. Audie deciding he wants the full pincer assault as Lions goes in for the grand Starfall, and Audie's into the back line, but he's got to be careful. There's no kills just yet. True Shot Barrage over the top, but Audieland is the first to die. Palafox getting away after the stasis. Saint needs more damage, but he can't find it. Palafox barely hobbling out. It's another shutdown back over to B-Boy this time. Fudge wants in. Henna wants out. Licorice goes in, and Fudge stays fighting. Finally drops. Shutdown credit.
Lion that has more control of the river. We'll have to see if they start it up because they don't have enough control to stop the entrances.
Oh, Lions tried to flash to go in for the Pantheon stun on Fudge. He doesn't have the range, but they have the Vi instead. Audieland setting it up, and Fudge is already down. Now Licorice going in after B-Boy, looking to take the Corki out with them. Saint says, no problem, man, and just like that, 2 catches for Lion. This should be free Otacon.
Lion is a lot happier about this. Shopify Rebellion got tricked a little bit there, trying to retake control of the river, but not staying grouped up. You kind of need to pick whether, when you're behind, whether you're going to fully commit to a mid or a bot priority in order to move into the river. They had Fudge pushing mid, and they had B-Boy kind of randomly in the jungle.
They tried to shoot the gap.
And because there's so many tools for Lion to engage, they just kind of engaged on both of them, one after the other. So nicely done there by Lion to clean up.
Now they've got the Voracious Otacon with the 5,000 gold lead. I feel like if you're Shopify, you're just praying for a mistake now.
Yeah, they use the first half of the buff just to reset and take the Drake. This isn't a great use of Voracious Otacon as of yet. A lot of times, I like to see the players who will teleport play extra aggressive because they can keep the tempo. So that's going to be Saint and Licorice, who both have teleport up right now. They got to just dive and make a play here.
And it looks like that's the call. Lions goes in after Palafox, but Palafox has the completed Zhonya's Hourglass, ready for a second stasis. It's a full send coming out from Lion as Palafox continues to be the target, but he continues to stay alive. Lions himself barely holding on as Palafox
pattern right now. It looks like they've been able to withstand the original thing, and Contracts, he's going for it because he's hoping that they recall, and they actually have.
Yeah, it's a full send after Lions. The Pantheon, he's annoying, he's hard to kill, but not when you have everybody there to beat him down. Shopify, right? One of the biggest things Shopify managed to get this game is a pick on a Pantheon that then doesn't turn into anything else. But it looks like now Licorice might find himself in a bit of a strange spot, but he goes in for the all-out as Zazel's taken low here at the very start. Between Worlds going to keep him locked up, and Palafox is already down. Audieland ready to follow it up here as B-Boy stuck in the middle of 3 and all. all ready. Drop. Fudge trying to get away over the wall as Contracts tries to flash to safety. It's a triple kill for Aurora. It's a quadra kill for Saint. Contracts is the only thing standing between the Lions, mid laner, and a Penta. He'll head back to base, tail between his legs, and Lyon just slammed him.
And that is going to be the fight that sends Lyon into what is likely an insurmountable lead. It's a bit weird here, to be honest, that Shopify is going for a play this high up on the map when they are the team that is behind. I think they didn't want to play that slow bleed game of waiting for the next chem drake, so they just...
For Lyon, and I want to again go back to what you were talking about a little bit earlier because we saw a bit of it in the replay. Fudge's health bar looks very scary until you see how much damage a single hit will do to it, because he has over 4,000 life in terms of just direct raw HP. All of his items give HP. Black Cleaver, Fimbulwinter, Edge of Night, another raw belt. But in terms of resistances,
oh, they're just diving.
There's just nothing there. Yeah, speaking of nothing there, ain't going to be much left of B-Boy either as the True Shot Barrage finishes the job. Beautiful shot from Henna to guarantee they get what they came for. Shopify scrambling to try to hold the line now as Henna is crashing the second wave into the turret down here in the bottom lane at the same time, so everybody's going to rotate over. This tier 3 is gone. The mid lane tier 3 will follow, and both inhibitors now under pressure at the exact same time. Lions could be in danger. The chain CC on him is enough to burst the Pantheon down even through all of his HP, but it's at the cost of 2 inhibitors in the base of Shopify Rebellion.
It's been a rough game for Palafox. Definitely a little bit of hindsight, and I'm not 100% up to speed on Victor builds, but I would have loved to see something like a little bit like maybe Grasp or something, then he can build more offensive, but one more fight from Shopify, I think.
Contracts going in on the front line here, but meanwhile, Licorice ready to cut off his escape, goes all out. Whoa. Contracts is done. Audieland very close to death's door, but he ain't quite knocking on it just yet. Palafox and Zeyzal, B-Boy, all at about half HP, trying to retreat. Zeyzal throws up the Unbreakable just to try to shield him from the True Shot Barrage. Lyon don't need it. They force their opponents back into the fountain to try to heal, back to the Nexus turrets to try to hold them, because they're the last line of defense. The third inhibitor now falls.
If you didn't have the Sterix in the Chem Soul, he probably dies. So a little bit of fight still left in Shopify, but man, 13,000 gold, Chem Soul, Voracious Otacon already down. I'm pretty sure they're going to be ending it soon, and he's in. Okay,
Audie's full sending it after B-Boy. They're ready for the follow-up here with a grand Starfall from Lions. True Shot Barrage from Henna gets it done one more time. Lyon with a full 5-man press going in towards those Nexus turrets. First one's already halfway dead, and they'd love to send it the rest of the way there. Wave clear from Palafox, and Shopify is good enough to buy them a little bit more time, but Saint is escorting another wave with another super minion up through the bottom lane. Contracts goes for the ulti, but he does not hit. Between Worlds does, and Saint's ready to keep the pressure on. Zeyzal drops first. Contracts at 200 HP, barely clinging to life. One more projectile in the air, but it just barely misses. It does not matter. Licorice goes all out again as Fudge barely escapes, and the first Nexus turret falls. Licorice stays alive as Lyon continues the assault. Shopify scrambling to try to defend. Another True Shot Barrage flies through, and Shopify's health bars just can't hold on any longer. 35 minutes in, 20-5 in kills. Lyon takes game 1.
What a game by Lyon, bouncing back from that rough 0-2 they had last week against Cloud9. The big criticism was that they weren't on the same page, or that they weren't coordinated. And what do here in week 2? They just run it back, more engaged, but this time they were on the same page.
Awesome stuff from them. And hey, a reminder, attention, this is a public service announcement. The LTA will be back in the main Riot Games arena next week at the usual time, but only on Sunday. We'll only have 2 series left to play next weekend, so Saturday is not going to have any games. Make sure you tune in next Sunday to see who the last 2